Westpac. You can bank on Westpac. McEwen's. You can do it with McEwen's. 4 and 20. The great Australian taste. And BP. On the move.
And Dennis Rich, and Ashenko back in the seniors wins the first half. It comes down to Bain, who keeps it going the Bears' way. McIver is there.
Times the Bears, just too many handballs on that occasion, and none to the advantage of their teammates.
Collins to centre half forward. Whitman, a quick kick from a standing position. Dunstall's pushed in the back against Zanotti. Zanotti not too happy, but Dunstall will take the free kick 30 metres out, maybe a little further, directly in front.
The push was there, as we have a look at it in replay, right in the middle of the back there from Mark Zanotti.
So Dunstall, the first real chance.
He's got a strap on the helmet now because it's been coming off a lot previously.
Jason Dunstall, beautiful drop punt kick straight through the centre.
They had nightmares about their visit up here last year. They flew up during the pilot strike, and they came up on the morning of the game, got here about 40 minutes beforehand, kicked something like 9 goals. They were terrible. But they went on to win the premiership.
Back towards the centre. Collected well by Lawrence. Gets the hand pass away. Anderson gets back there. And Anderson's kick across his body goes 40 metres. Hawthorn mark. Certainly there to Ayres. And Gary Ayres, Bernie, up on that forward line. Maybe playing half forward or...
They've tried him in a few positions this year, Gary Ayres. Maybe he's been found out with his lack of pace on the back line. And he's a player who can take a mark on the forward line. He is a very good kick for goal as well.
Reads the play so well, Gary Ayres. He's shooting from 30 metres out, directly in front. High drop punt kick, floats with the breeze. It's close, it's there. No, it's not. Field umpire indicating it was all clear. Chipping in brilliantly is Tuck. Tuck spots a player further afield. It's Brereton. Brereton overruns the football. He goes back, nearly tackled. McGuinness leaves it for Kennedy. Kennedy gives it off to Whitman. Whitman, oh, shocking kick. Morrissey's on the ground at the start of this second term. He spent all the first quarter on the bench. Now a chance for Brereton. Brereton into an open goal. He doesn't miss those. So Dermot Brereton kicks his first goal. Jason Dunstall has kicked the other Hawthorn goal, and the Hawks get their second. They're 2-7, but they trail the Bears, who are 5-2.
Well, that was much better. Morrissey on the ground, probably a good move because he'll give the Hawthorn side some run. And Brereton certainly moving around at centre half forward, up and down the ground. He is a tremendous target. Martin Leslie finding him a real handful at the moment.
A little harder away from Andrew Taylor. Still, they've got the goal on the board, the Bears. Tuck off the ground, goes wide to half forward. Pritchard marks, didn't go very far, gave it to Tuck. Tuck goes straight towards centre half forward. And there he is again. Oh, gee.
Sensational game by Brereton.
Well, Martin Leslie there was waiting for someone else to do the spoiling, and Dermot Brereton just kept his eye on the ball, going back with the flight. Good courage shown, especially after that rib injury of his a couple of weeks ago.
6 marks.
A couple of years ago, he played in a losing grand final side and kicked about 8. This is something similar. The start of this game. This is his 7th kick. It could be his second goal. From 40 metres out, the kick looks pretty good from here.
Kick to Michael Tuck. Unmarked on centre wing is Whitman. Whitman goes long. Inside half forward, Morrissey. Oh, what a mark by Jamie Morrissey.
Immediately, Drew, he's given that side some lift around the half forward line. Jamie Morrissey started the first half on the interchange bench. A bit of strength here shown, taking a very solid chest mark, just nudging Withers out of the way.
That suggests there'd be a fairly big difference in the sizes of those two players.
Morrissey right in front, 35 metres. Gets Hawthorn's third goal for the quarter. Bit more like it. Well, are we wrong? Is that the scoring end up to the left? I mean, most of the goals this quarter are coming up there.
Well, having a look at the flags, Robbo, it looks as if it is more across the ground than anything.
Yeah, but I think the key is back in the centre, Bernie. I think that Hawthorn have got the ball out. Tucky's been terrific in the first one. He's in trouble. Handball over the top again. Goes to out there McGuinness. McGuinness A floating kick into the centre, taken by Morrissey. Handball to Whitman. Hawks moving the ball a lot better. That was nearly an up-and-up tap on there. Deer's short pass is marked again. It's Morrissey who's lifted Hawthorn, as Bernie said earlier. The kick towards full forward. Brereton punches the ball wide. Zanotti and Brereton, and the ball goes over for boundary throw-in. It's about 35 to 40 metres around from the Hawthorn goal, well within scoring distance at this boundary throw-in.
Breeze blowing in from this pocket. Walsh is there. It's the hand pass clear. Pritchard for Hawthorn, high to the edge of the goal square. Dunstall, almost. Kennedy a chance. Off the ground, John Kennedy.
Left foot kick towards half foot. That's a poor kick. That really was a poor kick,
Yes,
Mark.
badly directed there, Robbo, wasn't it?
Kennedy marked it pretty easily at half-back, gives it to Jenke, and Hawthorn with possession football will go right up towards full forward here because Tuck's got it on his own. Where's he kick it to? Up to centre forward. Gastiev's in good position, but there's that man again, Brereton. Play on, says the umpire. Kick by Brereton, was it? And it is wide. Brereton appealing to the umpire for the mark to be paid, but in the finish, a behind is registered for the Hawks. So Hawks 5-8, Bears 6-2. And was that a
That
mark?
was a mark.
Bernie?
Yes, it definitely was a mark.
He's only 18 years of age. Came into the team last year and is doing very well this afternoon. Give him a rap and he kicks a shocker. It falls in short and the mark is taken back there by Cooper. Paul Cooper in the back pocket, minding Brad Hardy this afternoon. The drop punt kick goes outside 50. Roberts can't mark. He's spoilt really by Reynolds and his teammate. Ball comes to Pritchard. Pritchard's kick into the centre. Paul Deer's on his own. Now the Hawks should do something with this. A loose man running up the field. Deer, kick in short. Dunstall, good lead. Still too far out to score maybe. Dunstall feels that he can kick the distance. We saw David Bain kick a goal from similar distance in the first quarter. So Dunstall, lovely, magnificent kick. Say no more. It's a goal. Moon over the boundary line on the full. Free kick to Collins.
Deer in front, takes the mark. Under 4 minutes left to half-time. Jenke drops it. Goes back and gets it. Ray Jenke straight up to centre half forward. Brereton, almost. Pushed in the back, says the umpire. Free kick to Dermot Brereton. Now he's shaking a part of his body that's not quite the back. The head. Well, they sandwiched him.
I don't think Mark Zanotti was too worried about the ball either there. I think he was well aware of Dermot's injury and tried to make the most of it.
And with the influence he's had on this game already, if he went into the game as a marked man, he'd be more of a marked man the further this game's gone. What a play. Brereton going for his third goal. The man on the mark is about 35 metres out. Breeze across him from there. It comes back and goes through.
Shepherding in the ruck. Looked pretty obvious from here, and the free kick will go to Lawrence for Hawthorn. Stephen Lawrence, drop punt kick. Brereton can't mark. Well, early in the game he was hanging on to those. Richardson dispossessed by Kennedy. Bain, he's outnumbered here. Hawthorn will get a goal through McGuinness. Easy as you like. Scott McGuinness, who is playing as a half forward in a defensive role. If that's hard to explain, well, I'm sure that they appreciate the run that
Minutes remaining in the third quarter. Lawrence wins in the middle over Ishenko. Pritchard pushed in the back, and Richardson and McGuinness are at it again off the ball, just ignoring the play and going for it. A bit like the National Tennis Centre last night. Here's Dean Anderson for Hawthorn. Good pass to the 50-metre line. The mark taken by Deer. Paul Deer. Don't know whether this will be the first time he's played in the seniors, while Greg Deer has played in the seconds. Could be. Deer from just outside 50. Right to the goal square. Brereton climbs, but got underneath it. At the back, Kennedy.
Gee, you see this guy do that sort of thing. Not a lot, but I reckon he's done it on quite a few occasions for Hawthorn.
This to put the Hawks back in front, and he's done it. They lead by a point.
Just outside the 50-metre line. Hawks in attack. Deer gets around. Left foot kick high. Covers about 30 metres. Dunstall. Well, he had to get one eventually. Zanotti's been a tremendous opponent for him all day. And eventually Jason Dunstall, with his body strength, takes a great mark.
Was there a push out here, Robbo? Let's have a look at that. He certainly had his hand in his back. Whether it was much of a push out or not's another thing, but
Full forwards don't push out, Bernie, do they?
well, he's good at that, Jason Dunstall. Let's say he used his body well.
It's been a good contest up there at full forward and full back. Dunstall goes for goal, and he puts it through.
Well, it's been a great game all day. The Bears started it red hot, and they really threw everything at Hawthorn in the first quarter and led by 19 points at quarter time after kicking into the breeze, the Bears. Well, his kick-in's not too good. It comes to Deer. Deer's kick back towards the goal square. Brereton makes a contest of it. Mark has dropped. Trouble for Zanotti. He blazes out of defence and kicks out of bounds on the full. And Deer will have the kick, but it'll be tough to goal from there. On the 50 at the boundary line, the breeze right to left. So he goes in short for Anderson, and his kick won't be much easier.
You just feel that the Bears need to hang on for this last 2.5 minutes. If the Hawks get another goal or two, just might be enough for them to win the match.
Anderson aims it right, comes back, hasn't got the distance. Brereton, his hand pass back to Collins. Gee, got some space there and kicked a goal. High kick to the 50. Jenke a good mark. And Ray Jenke steadies. Towards the outer side, made a bit of a chase of it for Kennedy. Had to go backwards with his hand pass to Langford. Low pass to Tuck. Off he goes. 399 games to centre half forward. Brereton's gone out of it after being brilliant in the first half. Ayres out of a big pack. Dunstall leads and marks. Such a hurried kick by Ayres, but Dunstall streaming straight down the ground, not towards pockets or the boundary line, straight up the middle. And he left his opponent Zanotti in his wake.
And playing in front, Drew, of Mark Zanotti, because they're players of similar pace.
Dunstall to put the Hawks back in front. Aims at the left goalpost. Back it comes for a goal. That is 4. 1 in each quarter to Jason Dunstall. It's the half-forward line. Zanotti this time in front of Dunstall. Down he goes. No whistle. Dunstall outnumbered 2-1, but he fights on hard. It comes to Leslie. The hand pass backwards. Trouble. It comes to Pritchard. He puts it wide to Kennedy, and Kennedy buries them. 22 possessions. Big input into this game. McIver missed that one. Mew in his old style, like he's done in so many premierships, from centre half back. Withers. Ball robbed of him by Tuck. Slipped across to Pritchard. His left footer in front for Dunstall. This could nearly wrap it up. Dunstall right in front and 40 metres from goal. And Hawthorn with a 9-point lead. He goes short to Kennedy. Well, maybe Jason Dunstall not so confident about his kicking as in previous years. But Kennedy's kicked 3 today and 22 possessions. He goes for his 4th. And it's home. Well, I think the Hawks might be.
McIver marks. They haven't given up. It's been a creditable performance by the Bears. McIver now kicks it across towards centre forward. Taylor punched away. Opportunity for Ashcroft. Handball. Hart has run all the way from centre half back. Goes for goal and misses. Oh, anguish all over his face. He was only 25 metres out directly in front, and he had the chance to ping it.
Time just about out. Chris Mew has come off the ground. Quite amazing that he's back playing. Just one game in the reserves, and today his 2nd back in the seniors after retiring. Lawrence, clever outside of his foot by Morrissey. Nugent for Hawthorn, centre of the ground. There's the siren. Valiant by the Bears, but the Hawks got the points. Hawthorn winning at Carrara, 16-14, 110. Making up for last year's loss at Carrara. They beat the Bears, 14-11, 90.